Hey, everybody. It's April here from Offer HR Business Solutions. Happy Friday. Happy Freedom Friday. And happy Juneteenth. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm jumping in with our Freedom Friday HR question. And it's actually a question that revolved around a recent case, which was out of New York with a young lady that worked at the Equinox Gym. And I kind of broke down a little bit on my YouTube channel about that case. But um, this month is we've been talking about mid-year check-in, and so if you haven't had a chance, please subscribe to the channel and download the free checklist. Okay, don't sit in the dark. No need to sit in the dark. Okay, no need to sit in the dark because I got you. Okay, no need to sit in the dark. Okay. So listen, what we're talking about today is, and it's on, I think it is on one of the subjects or on my mid-year check-in checklist. Okay. And so let's jump right in. Um, and the question is, do your managers actually know how to legally handle terminations, or are you one bad hire away from a lawsuit? And I think you can ask the Equinox Gym in New York about this right here, because in here we're going to talk about three things I'm pretty sure they did not do. Okay, about three things that they didn't do with regarding this case where the young lady had 47 tardies, and she won a 11 or one is it 11.25 million dollar lawsuit against them for discrimination. hmm Okay, so I'm telling you, there are three things I'm sure that they didn't do. And so, when you as a business owner, HR professional, you hit that performance review, um the cycle. June, July is when we start looking like, what did we have put in place before, and what goals, HR goals, did you have set up in the beginning of the year, and where are you in terms of reaching those goals? And so, believe it or not, terminations actually spike in quarter 2 and 3. Did you know that? And so, you know, my ideal clients are, business or professional businesses, doctors' offices, and manufacturing companies. Okay. That's my sweet spot. It's not all I work with, but that's my sweet spot. Okay. And so, um, oftentimes managers are, um, they may get in positions for by default, right? Or, they're promoted, someone left, and they go, oh, you know what? This will be perfect for this, for so and so. And so we're going to promote him or her to that position. And it's good if they, you know, are, if you think they're a good fit, right? Um, for that position. But make sure they're a good fit, and then make sure they have training, even if they have not, even if they have management experience. Every management experience is different in an organization. So they may have HR or management experience. That does not mean by no means that they don't need HR training, management training. They can have a great course for, of course, first time managers. Um, you still need training, okay? And so let's talk little bit about the three parts that are key, and I'm pretty sure that this Equinox Gym company did not do in the case with this young lady that they terminated. Okay. And so, um take a listen and tell me your thoughts. Okay. So first thing we want to talk about is, you know, again, you jump right in. We're talking about small and mid-sized businesses, and these are things that they don't think about. A lot of them don't think. I'm not going to say all of them because what I'm going to do is generalize. But a lot of businesses, and not even just small businesses, in general, okay, they don't think about it until after they've terminated someone, right? And so and then by that time it's too late. Then you're going back thinking, what did I do this correctly? That's why we talk about the people-centered foundation, right? The processes, the procedures, the practices that are going to save you $11.25 million. I said it. Okay. So do your managers actually know how to terminate, or are you one termination from a lawsuit? Okay. So let's talk about the first one, number one, that I'm pretty sure the Equinox Gym did not do. The gym that terminated the young lady in New York, we're talking about the case, right? Is if it's not written down, it didn't happen. Documentation, right? So I don't care if your manager had 5 conversations with an employee, every one of them needs to be documented, okay? If they're verbal, whether they're verbal or written, they need to be documented, okay? A lot of people go, "Oh, I've had several conversations," but did you document it? Right? Even if you did just a verbal warning, it needs to be documented. So I don't care if everybody knew about the attitude problem or that this person was consistently late. Okay. If no write up was done, no PIP, performance improvement plan was done, no email trail, you have nothing to stand on, and they will fight it, and they will win. And so here's what I want you to do. Ask yourself right now, does my team, know the process? Do they have a process? And if you have a process, do they know the process before performance issues arise and that result in termination? If your answer is no, and be honest, drop a 1 in the comments. Okay? That's your first gap. If it's not documented, it did not happen. Okay? Number 2 is consistency. I'm gonna turn my heater on, guys, because I'm getting cold over here. Number 2 is consistency. Consistency protects your organization, your company, and your employees. Okay? Consistency, right? Not, I'm gonna say something to Barbara. I'm not gonna say something to um um Kyle, or you know what I'm trying to say, right? So these are the things that you need to be asking questions about now. So here's a scenario for you. You have 2 employees. Both of them showed up tardy 3 times in 1 month. Okay? You fired one and gave the other a warning. If those 2 employees are different races, different genders, different ages, that is inconsistency. And it just became a discrimination claim. I'm not trying to scare you. Okay. I want you to ask yourself the question. Courts don't look at just what you did. Okay. They look at who else did the same thing, right? And how did you respond to it? So your managers need to be applying policies consistently, same way every time for every person. Okay. That's why just because you have a policy in place doesn't protect you if you're not using it. Okay. Your managers have to be actually trained on how to apply the policies fairly. Okay. So, drop a two if you have some consistency questions in your head. Okay. And then number three, the offboarding checklist. Who has an offboarding checklist? Do you have an offboarding checklist? Of course you do. Okay. So number three is the exit process is just important as the hiring process. I'm going to say that one more time. The exit process is just as important as the hiring process. So, excuse most businesses, a lot of businesses think when the termination is over and the person walks out the door, it's over. It's not. Okay. You need to ask, what was the system? Were they able to access that system? Um, was there the system utilized correctly? You'd be surprised at how many times an organization has an HR manager, but a non HR manager actually did the termination. Then they come back and say, "Oh, I terminated so and so." Been there, done that before with clients. Yeah, I've been on that one. I didn't roll that rodeo in that rodeo before. Oh yeah, you know. So was the system the offboarding system used correctly? And when we talk about that, we're talking about their access to the system, their email, their software, the building key, all of that thing, all of those things. Was the final paycheck handled correctly? You didn't hold it, did you? Because I've seen people hold it. You did you know you can't hold somebody's paycheck for ransom? Even if they still have the key, you can't hold their check. Okay. Depending on your state, you may be legally required to issue the check the same day, depending on the state. Okay. So some days, some states give you to the end of the pay period. And if you get that wrong, you're paying penalties. Okay. Was there a separation agreement signed? Was there a severance package? Were the severance package documents signed and documented properly? Right. For my doctor's offices, right? Did you revoke access to patient records and the EHR system, right away? Because a disgruntled former employee with access to PHI is a HIPAA nightmare. Okay. It's a HIPAA nightmare for my manufacturing companies. If that employee had safety complaints or filed anything with OSHA, you need to be extra careful that the timing of that termination does not look like retaliation. So if you don't have a formal offboarding checklist, put a 3 down in the bottom in the comments for me. Okay. So that's 3 things that I'm pretty sure that company probably didn't do. I may be wrong. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. And the first one is, if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. If you didn't document it, it didn't happen. Number 2 is consistency. Consistency is your protection. Hmm. And number 3 is the exit process is just as important as the hiring process. Okay. So here's the bottom line for you. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up because this went longer than I expected, but I'm going to wrap it up for you right quick. A bad termination does not start at the exit conversation. It starts months earlier. Did you know that? Did you know that? It starts earlier. Okay. And so when there was no documentation, no policies were applied consistently, and nobody had a clear process. Okay. That means that these issues are fixable right now today before it costs you. Okay. So I have put together a framework specifically for businesses like you. Okay. And it covers compliant hiring, onboarding, and how to protect yourself when it's time to let someone go. It's called the Compliant Hiring and Onboarding Framework. And I want to tell you more about it. So if you want to drop the word complaint down here, compliant, not complaint. I want to talk about complaints. Compliant. I'll I'll send you a DM. So just DM me compliant, the word compliant, and I'll get you that information. Because I have 2 things for you. Actually 3 things. Okay. 3 things. The first one is the mid-year HR check-in checklist. I'm gonna put that link down here for you. Okay. The second is an audio course that I've created, and it is how to build a compliant, people centered foundation in 5 days. It's an audio course. So you can listen to it at the gym, in the car, you know. All right. And then the third thing is the 14th of July is when I'm hosting the workshop for the compliant hiring and onboarding framework. Okay. Comment compliant. I'll give you the information for the workshop. It's on July 14th. The audio course, comment audio. I'll send you the link to that. Mm-hmm. And then the HR, the mid-year HR. I do this mid-year HR check-in thing every year. You want that checklist? It's no need to sit in the dark. Okay. If you get caught, just comment check in. I'll send you that link. Okay. All right. So that's 3 things. 3 things that I bet you that Equinox Gym thing didn't do. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. But the first one is Documentation. If you didn't document it, it didn't happen. The second is consistency. Consistency is your protection. And the third is offboarding checklist. Your offboarding process is just as important as your hiring process. All right. So comment below and I'll send you the checklist, the mid-year HR checklist, or the audio, how to build a people-centered foundation in 5 days. Okay. Comment audio. And then compliant. Comment compliant. All right. And you'll get the information about the workshop on July 14th. Okay. Listen, happy Juneteenth. Everybody have a wonderful time celebrating. I'm celebrating my brother's birthday, so he's having a big shindig. Okay. So listen, I want you to have a wonderful time. Everybody that's celebrating, be safe. Okay. Have a good time, but be safe. All right. And I'll check you guys out tomorrow. All right. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody.